I'm from the International Admissions Office at Oklahoma City University. So now that you've had a little bit of an example of what some of our lectures look like and what our TESOL program, the kind of courses that you can expect to take, I'm going to give you a little bit more information about Oklahoma City University, about our location in Oklahoma City, and also a little bit of more general information about our TESOL program. So I always start my presentation with, I guess, a little bit of a geography quiz. Can anybody maybe tell me which one is Oklahoma? That one? That one? Winner! Good job! So Oklahoma is this one right here in the middle. And a few quick facts. So Oklahoma City University is obviously located in Oklahoma City, which is the capital of Oklahoma, so that's easy to remember, right? We have students from just about every state in the U.S. and from 60 different countries around the world. We have over 70 different undergraduate majors and about 20 different master's degrees now. One thing that I think is kind of unique about OCU, we have a very low student-to-faculty ratio. It's just 11-to-1. Total, about 2,800 students. Of those, about 350 are international students. So people always say, well, what makes OCU unique? What makes it a special place to come as a student? One of those things I think is our faculty. 78% of our faculty members hold the highest degree in their field. We have no classes at all that are taught by students or teaching assistants or graduate assistants. 100% of our classes are taught by professors and faculty members. And then again, we have that very low student-to-faculty ratio, which means that your classes will be quite small, generally around 15, maybe 20 students per class. So you're going to get a lot of personal attention from your professors. You're going to get to know your classmates very, very well. And I think you'll have a much better, much more interesting experience at our university than you might at some schools where you might have a lecture of, I don't know, 200 or 300 people in one classroom. So, you know, if you don't come to class for a few days, your professor will notice, and they might call you and say, hey, is everything okay? Do you need anything? Can I help with anything? So that's something that I think is really special about OCU. Everyone always wants to know about rankings and accreditation. Actually, I have the wrong number here. It's number 24 in master's level universities in the Western region. We're very consistently named one of America's best colleges with U.S. News and World Report. We've been named one of America's 100 best college buys because we're a pretty good value in the U.S. And then we have quite a few accreditations listed down here at the bottom. The most important thing to you is that we're a recognized university, and your degree will be recognized here in Korea. Oklahoma City, a few nice things about living in our town. One is that we have one of the lowest cost of living in the United States. Forbes actually named us the #1 most affordable city in the U.S. a few years ago, and that's based on the fact that we have, again, a very affordable cost of living in Oklahoma. We also have a very low unemployment rate, which can be good for you guys as students, because if you want to stay and maybe do some teaching experience or look for a position in Oklahoma, you're allowed to stay for 1 year of OPT after graduation, and there's still some pretty good job opportunities in Oklahoma. And then finally, we also have a very strong economic situation. Oklahoma is an oil state and natural gas, and so over the last few years, we've had actually a very strong economy compared to the rest of the U.S. So that could be a great thing for you as well. You don't have to worry too much about, fluctuating costs or anything like that. It's been named one of the best places to live in North America. Our location is right in the center of the downtown area of Oklahoma City. So you're 5 minutes from some of the best attractions in Oklahoma City. We've got a great zoo, there's museums, there's a Western Heritage Museum if you're interested in that. We've got a really nice downtown area with basically a little canal where you can actually take a little boat down the river, and there's shopping and restaurants and a few family members who are sports fans. We also have a great basketball team which plays only about 5 minutes from campus, so that's another nice thing you can see while you're in town. The weather is a little bit of everything. It's hot in the summer and it's cold in the winter, and we get a little bit of snow, but nothing too crazy. It's enough snow that I think it's nice, but it's not so much snow that it will ruin your day. There we go. Some other popular degrees that we have besides the Master of Arts in TESOL, we have a very good music school at OCU, which can be fun for you guys as you're studying because we have have over 250 different performances on campus per year, operas, concerts, recitals, music theater performances. So if you're a music fan, that can be a lot of fun to see. We also have some great business programs, nursing, and fine arts like film production. OCU has quite a few different on-campus housing options. There's really something for everybody. We have single-room apartments. We have traditional dorms where you would share a room with maybe 2 or 3 other people. We also have full apartments where you could have a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, or even a 4-bedroom apartment. We even have family options. So if you're thinking of coming with your family, if you have children even, we have family housing options available in our on-campus apartments. Those also come with a full kitchen, so they're very popular with international students. If you get tired of going to the cafeteria and maybe you don't want pizza and cheeseburgers every day, you can do some cooking for yourself in your apartment. Finally, it has a pool, which is really great, I think, in the summer because it gets pretty hot in the summertime. So that can be a nice way to relax on the weekends. We have over 60 different student-led activities and organizations on campus. So there's lots and lots of ways for you to make friends and to get to know other students. We have things like the TESOL Club, obviously it's very popular with TESOL students. Mr. and Miss International OCU is a competition that we do every year. There's a Multicultural Student Association with groups like the Korean Student Association and also Chinese Student Association, Indian Student Association, etc. If you like to do some sports, we have an intramural sports club. You can also do things like Zumba and yoga, and there's a full gym on campus which is included with your university fees. So now I'm going to talk a little more specifically about TESOL, which is why we're all here today. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction, a little bit of an overview of what the curriculum is like, some student teaching opportunities that you'll have while you're studying with us, and also some events and maybe a little bit of information about what your future will be like after you complete this MA degree. So our TESOL program at Oklahoma City University is the oldest TESOL program in the state of Oklahoma, and we're the only program where all of the faculty hold doctoral degrees in applied linguistics or curriculum design. And we are also the only program in Oklahoma in which so far 100% of the students who have taken the subject area test in ESL have passed that exam. So you have a very good opportunity to go out and get some certifications after graduation. I don't know why my program is going backwards on me. See, I need some better technology next time. I should take this class. So our core curriculum, we have some classes like pedagogical grammar, second language acquisition, research and second language learning, and you can see all these here. One thing that I think is particularly interesting and beneficial about this program is the practicum course. I'm going to give you a lot more information about that later. Here's some examples of some additional courses that you can choose from as part of your degree, Technology in the Classroom. So if you enjoyed that presentation, that's going to be one that you would like to choose, I think. We also have some interesting courses in curriculum and materials development, phonology. If you're interested in things like psycholinguistics, like how the brain learns languages, that might be a class that you would be interested in. So there's a pretty nice, interesting variety of coursework that you can choose from. So the practicum course is one of the core courses that's required for all of our international students, for all of our students in the TESOL program. The practicum course will allow you to actually go out into a local classroom for a semester. You'll have opportunities to do student teaching. You'll also have opportunities to observe a local classroom. And we actually have quite a few different partnerships with local schools and organizations. So you can see the list here. There's over a dozen different options of elementary schools, middle schools, high schools. We even have some corporate partnerships. So regardless of what age group you're interested in teaching, we can make sure that you can get the kind of experience that you're looking for to be the most beneficial to you so that you can get the kind of job that you're most interested in when you graduate. So that's one thing that I think is really a good opportunity for all of our students. You have a lot of different kinds of opportunities to get some experience. One of those opportunities is also some of our students choose to do their internship abroad, not just in the Oklahoma City area. In the past, we have had students who have gone to Guadalajara, to Italy, and actually also here to South Korea. We set up an agreement in Pyongyang. But going forward, we have some new opportunities. We might have students that are able to do their internship maybe in Brazil. We also have an opportunity in Cuba. So there's some pretty interesting options available for also doing your student teaching overseas. I mentioned that we have some corporate partnerships. We have got a partnership with the McDonald's Corporation. No, you don't have to go and fry fries and make cheeseburgers or anything like that, but we do work with McDonald's to help them to train their employees to speak better conversational English. So that's an opportunity our students have had. Also, we have a partnership with the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA. They've brought in Brazilian air traffic controllers to help improve their English by working with our students. So obviously we want our pilots to be able, and our air traffic controllers to speak English as well as possible. And then Dr. Rueckert also mentioned the Intergenerational Computer Lab. So those were some opportunities that our students had to work with community members to improve their English. One of our groups on campus that our TESOL students really enjoy is the TESOL Conversation Cafe. That's an opportunity to get together with other students in a very informal and laid-back atmosphere to practice your conversational English, and you get just different topics during the meetings where you'll maybe talk about holidays today or movies or something like that. And they have lunch, and it's a nice way to meet other students, and it's also a nice way to just practice your spoken English a little bit. We have some interesting events on campus as well. Our TESOL faculty are very involved in the international TESOL organization, so we have some great speakers that come to campus. We try and encourage our students to participate in the international TESOL conferences. We've had students who have made presentations at those conferences. We have students who have attended, so those are hopefully great opportunities that you might have also while you're studying with us. And so you're probably also interested in what your future opportunities will be with the TESOL program. Some of our students decide to go on to doctoral programs, and so here's a list of some of the PhD programs our students have gone on to study in. I think that's a great opportunity that a lot of our students have had. We do have a thesis option as part of our degree. It's not required, but for students who are interested in maybe going on to a doctoral program, you might want to consider doing that thesis. We also have students, obviously, who have gone on to work in classrooms. We have students teaching back in the United States, and actually quite a few students who have come back to teach here in Korea. There's students in public and private institutions all across the U.S. and in foreign countries. So our students have said some really nice things about our program. Some of our past alumni, actually many of our alumni are from this university here, SOOKMYUNG, so maybe you have some friends who have already come to study with us. But some of our students have said that this is a really practical program. They had diverse classes with students from lots of different countries. We even have had several students, as I mentioned, that had opportunities to go and make presentations, so you can have some professional opportunities as well. So now that you are so excited to come and study in the U.S., you probably want to know the more practical things like the costs. I've put up here our regular tuition rate. Don't worry though, because most people don't pay this. Our normal tuition rate is about $19,000 with tuition and fees per year. But we have a special package rate set up for the TESOL program, and even more specifically for you guys who are in TESOL certificate programs abroad. So if you meet the full entrance requirements, which is a 3.0 GPA, and either a TOEFL of 80 and an IELTS or an IELTS of 6, we have a flat rate tuition package price. See, I did it again. I need that technology class. So if you take the full program, which most of you won't be, but the 36 credit hour program, the flat rate price would be $21,000. For those of you who are in the certificate program here at SMU, we actually can transfer 12 credit hours from your certificate, which means you only have to complete 24 credit hours at OCU to complete your MA, and we have a flat package rate of $15,000. So that $15,000 will cover your full 24 hours that's remaining of your MA degree, all the tuition and all the university fees. The only part of that that's not included is just your living expenses. So that part is kind of up to you. If you live on campus, that might be one thing. Many of our students choose to live off campus too, so that's completely up to you. I have a little bit of a comparison here so you can see the difference in price. If you were to pay just the full regular 2-year tuition rate, it's pretty close to $40,000. It's less than half of that for UX. So it's a very good opportunity, and it makes it a very affordable master's option. So the application process, we have an online application. You'll just go onto our website to fill that out. We also